Let's have fun. Because, Tony, if you're watching, please come on and defend yourself. Because you're all about the attack. This is going to be a heads up. I haven't done this in a while. I have been very nice. I'm the person who's very, very nice. Until I am not. I will give you the clothes off my back. I will give you money. I will help you out as much as I possibly can. But I need to get this off my back. This is but I'm also like not the person you keep kicking. Someone kicks me, I kick you back. You throw a pebble, I throw a rock. You throw a rock, I throw a bigger rock. Until eventually I am lobbing entire mountains at you. I do not suffer the enemy. I have no people I hate. Because why? I don't like having enemies. Deduce your own math on that. Because to be deemed an enemy of mine means you get 100% of my attention. And that means you come at the 100% of my skill level. That's me eventually finding out how you tick. And this is where Tony screwed up a long time ago. I've given this man enough rope to hang himself with. I owned him. I walked away. Because I have nothing more to gain. Except laugh and be right about Tony. Because this is not content for a person who doesn't do. His name was Tony TCG. He's a failed journalist who claims to be right-wing, but he's a progressive shittard that lives in Chicago in a cul-de-sac. And his name is Anthony, not Tony. Anthony Mattel. I know his last name. Someone was kind enough at one point to send me all his stuff, his divorce records, everything. I've set on these. I have set on his records. Why? Generally, I have been more happy just doing things. I don't like retreading old ground. I seek a challenge. Learning, doing things. That's why I spend half my time. I make more money than Tony does. My life is better. Tony is miserable. He works a warehouse job in Chicago. By the way, everything is a joke to him. But how, question for the dear viewers and Tony himself who watches us later. Please tell me, when does it, so being a joke comes at your injured pride? This is where he will say he has no pride or ego or narcissistic injury. Tony, fun fact. If I was as coordinated as you think I was, I would take down your whole operation and basically have you down on the ground. You're already a lolcow. You did that to yourself. Why destroy the enemy that will destroy themselves? The man had to pay for subs. He sits at almost 6,000 subs right now. This is a man who can have Liam, EVS, and a bunch of other people on his stupid ass panels because he can't do nothing by himself. The famous Tolkien quote is, "Evil cannot create, it can only destroy." Now, accusing me of being anything, right? Because what did you say about me, Vincent, and LG? And your dear little not perverted woman who claims she's innocent, the Moonshine Princess, as I called her a long time ago. I called her the Moonshine Princess a long time ago. When she decided to come after LG, she came after Renowned, said we were all creeps. She has yet to prove me wrong. See, I'm going to have to do a follow-up to her. She doesn't know anime, just like Tony. Tony throws out all this stuff. Tony literally took when Quartering or whoever put the tweet out, Shadman-inspired redo the healer. Again, as I said, don't look up Shadman and don't look up Metamorphosis. But Tony, you probably enjoy it, being the narcissistic asshole that you are. Something made for kids. This is a man who thought a long time ago when LG said he was bad at business. He looked up the man's very personal ID down to his almost street level. Everything he could get. Now tell me that is not the person who's mentally ill. Now, let's digress and go into Anthony Mattel's origins. He used to be an Amico channel. I mean, the craze of shitting on Amico and Tommy Tellerico is nothing new. I mean, hell, I saw that in my sphere. I was in the comic sphere a long time. Just gaming, looking up Warhammer stuff. You would see this about Tommy Tellerico. And I mean, so much so, right? Tony, who wrote for a defunct magazine, he couldn't get anywhere. He goes, bad access. If you were a successful game journalist, and it's not because you're, and by the way, Tony, you're not right-wing. You're left-wing. There are no right-wingers in Chicago. You can fight me on that. Just like you can come box me, but you turn down the challenge, yet you'll say you'll box Eric July, which you won't do either. You also stupidly said you would catch a charge just because you're a first-time offender. Now, this is why, Tony, I have a very good audio-visual memory. I set back. I do. Personally, I have no gain on personal glory. I know you won't come defend yourself because you're a coward. Just as I know you defend Mint and Riley, Dick Masterson, anybody just to be a contrarian, a person you hate. Enemy of thy enemy is thy friend, is the common phrase. Now, if you do not know, for those people who do not know, it comes literally, it's a very old philosophy. It's old as from the Sun Tzu and the Art of War. Now, there's generally two approaches of dealing with your enemy. Get the allies of your enemy, use them against them, as Cortez did to the Aztecs. Because the Aztecs had a lot of enemies. Uh, you just wait for your enemy to destroy it themselves and you strike. Depending on the enemy and the person I'm fighting is what I go with. I don't suffer enemies because I know how to dismantle them. Their operations, how they think, how they act. Also, I am blessed with the unfortunate curse, I sometimes call it, of having to guide people. And a lot of people. I'm a trustee to a lot of people. That comes with gaining a lot of knowledge. I'm also a storage bank of knowledge. Yeah, I might not remember your name unless I see you 1,000 times or deal with you personally, repeatedly. I forget real names. That's just quirk. But I work solo. Tony will have you believe, as he said the fucking other day, that I have a secret Discord I coordinate with both LG and them. No, I don't do that. Hell. I'm a one-person operation. Most of us are. LG is as well, so is Renown. So funny, you should actually try to see me try to get coordination with the group. You get a bunch of fiercely independent people to coordinate. Tony, unlike your well-cultivated echo chamber. Like I dealt with Dane before you. Dane operates in an echo chamber too. How? By the way, Tony, how did cozying up to Dane work out for you? Did he find out you're an SJW? You tried to act as an ally to him, and he burned you? And you let Eric debunks in your circle that goes back and tells on everything you do to Dane? Then Dane uses that as ammunition against you? So, Tony, who's the fucking bigger idiot? So, Anthony Mattel. You know what's sad is your brother can maintain his marriage while you can't? Wait, don't you have one or two kids? You rent a house? See, you had no issues using Renown's real name. I have no issues using yours. I distinctly recall. And you defend Riley. I know you're not stupid, Tony. You're malicious. But I, at the end of the day, only care about the truth and what justice is. I don't really care about anything else. Hell, if anything, I'm way too loyal. I am loyal far more than I ever should be in my life. You know? But getting burned repeatedly is a very hobby of mine. Thinking you can trust people and getting stabbed in the back by those you think you're helping. But eventually I learned the warning signs. That's why I have friends, good friends, and associates. My good friends know who I am, who they are. My friends know who they are. Now do associates and friends know who they are? See, unlike you, Tony, who throws away friendships. Like, why is Finbar not around? Where are... Hey, Anthony, where is all your supporters who used to watch you a year plus ago? Do you retain them? Don't answer that. You don't. Why is your sub base dead? You can have near 6,000 subs, and your shit's dead. Now, imagine that one. Of course, his defense will be whatever. He can grift CG, right? He doesn't have an original audience. If he had an original audience, right, he could just do what he wants. It's not like his coloring book. I mean, but when you have an incestuous circle of circle jerkers, do me a favor. Don't be surprised when you get burned. Tony gets bitten a lot. Then he turns around and goes, "He betrayed me!" I'm waiting for EVS to come to find out. Dump him as he dumped Riley. See, Tony, you're not entirely a retard. You're just scarred. But being a narcissist within PD will do that to you. That's why you were mentally abusive to your wife. You probably do it to your girlfriend. You do it to your family members. I have personally dealt with people like you within PD. You're not autistic. You're not bipolar. You have narcissistic personality disorder. Now, getting treatment for that is something you have to physically do yourself. Nobody can do that for you. Do you? I know that. You don't know that. See, what happens with liars like Anthony, or Tony, or Frog Tony, whatever he'll call himself in about 5 years, or 2 years, or after CG dumps him, is... See, at least when I stir up shit, my shit's untraceable. See, when I conduct a war, I'm more intelligent. War is always the last resort for me, and it always will be. I mean, it's a messy affair. People get involved, lives are lost. It's probably why I gravitate towards the games I do. Strategy games and things of that nature. It's like, Tony, do you know I found your old Reddit that you used to head, that you left suddenly? Why is that? Does your current audience know that? No. All they know you for, right, is you're a giant fucking lolcow. It's not really defining the term lolcow. That's what you are. Hell, Vicky, who even I don't agree with. Vickyverse, who I have known about for years, by the way. She is like Oh god, she is a special case. The many lives of Vicky. Oh lord. Yeah, she's also been a thorn in the side of a great many YouTubers. 6 degrees of separation. So it's like when I digress into understanding about TJ Loser, right? See, I don't cultivate an echo chamber unlike Tony does. So super mutants. So Tony, how is your gaming channel, by the way? Dead? What is your viewer count when you don't? Well, your own your enemy fund doesn't work. Huh. Must suck. You see, Princess, if you're going to speak about me, get it right. You want my attention, Tony. You got it. Now live with the consequences. Anthony Mattel Villarreal is the man's name. He lives in Chicago. For the record again, Anthony Mattel Villarreal. This is public record. The man is so stupid. I found it. Other people found it. The man was dumb enough to get himself doxxed or show his face on Shane's stream. Then tell Shane to take it down. I'm not like others and say he has diabetes. Nah, I just think you take after your avatar. You look like a frog. See, Anthony, there's a reason you aren't. You said you were a man of God at one point on Movie Perp's channel? Did Movie Perp pushed back on you? There's a reason you left the Catholic Church. Tell your audience why that is. You said you felt the calling of God. Was it because of a scandal in the church? You did something untoward? I have my theories. Most of the time when I meet Christians like you maybe were a believer, then you fell out. Or you did something. Because you're not a self-righteous thumper. You see, Tony, what you have said before, I know what you have said. But do you realize what you said? Or do you use so much bullshit you forget what you say? Question. You go against parasocial YouTubers, or you think YouTubers that create parasocial. There's a reason Smash JT won't talk to you anymore. You had him on your channel before. He won't come back. You can't create content. I'm actually curious about that. You say you're talented. You're not. That's why your comic looks like a fucking coloring book. Am I right? Your comic looks like a goddamn coloring book. I ain't the only one who says that. Damn. It looks like something I would see. You go to the doctor's office, it's like one of those brochures that, like, you show to a kid. You're going to get, like, comfort to get a shot. It's, like, made for the idiots. Oh, Tony ain't going to watch. He will catch it. Oh, he'll catch this later. Because I know how Tony operates. See, Romeo, you found out. I first ran into him. I had to get that dialogue out of the way because I have dealt with this man. You ever wonder why I sometimes harp on him? Because going after him is low-hanging fruit, right? I go after the source of the problems. I get accused of being an evil mastermind when I am partly, mostly either lazy or I don't care enough. See, I only go for the when I want to rip out. I literally, after that encounter, ripped out the man's soul. And I have a permanent mansion in the man's head. I have a permanent... I will soon have a god, a realm of universal mini-universe in his head after, eventually. And I say that with all due respect. Because when you're dealing with a narcissist within PD, they don't respond well to injury. See, it's also Tony's fault. You should never fuck with someone who does psychology, who knows psychology. I mean, that's the biggest fuck. Eventually, I treat stuff as fun and games until it's not. Guys, it's fun and games to embrace the enemy and endorse someone like Riley who takes advantage of mint salad, who is, by all metrics, should not be left alone. Riley knows that. It doesn't take Noel to point that out. I know the signs of a narcissistic abuser. I know the signs of a user. I know the signs of that. You have him who thinks he's this legalese expert. He isn't. Oh. How is grounded? Good question. On Vickyverse. Okay? Here's the thing. Vickyverse is the proverbial... I don't know how you describe her. She's not CG. She's not anti-CG. She's not anti-Eric July. The lore on her goes back many, 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 many a year. Like, I kind of remember more of her earlier lore. Like, she's gone after Dick, Vito. See, unlike Tony, she does have principles. She's like a 50-something-year-old woman, by the way, for the record. She's older than Gary. Or she's at least Gary's age. She initially went after Eric July. That's how I first found out about her. And she's been the proverbial side, does investigations. I think she spawned out of the commentary community years ago. But I'll be right back. I need to go to restroom. She spawned out of. Yeah, she spawned out of that. Ethics and morals. I do find. Yeah, see, that's the thing, Grounded. She first, D&V, right? Investigations is how most people found out about her. She is the proverbial, I would say, more or less investigator. Yeah, she's about 50, almost 60, I believe. I think at one point, because if you haven't been in a space, if you haven't gotten an argument with her, yeah, sorry. Everyone in a certain space has always had an argument with her. She came out of the commentary community. She hides her age very well, though I don't think age has been very kind to her. She got called, what was it? She got called Chrome. Her actual name was Chrome Dome, for the record. Though she doesn't have many friends to speak of. I mean, now, the funny part about Anthony, Tony, or whatever you want to call him, is he uh, helped in a failed lawsuit that he was a part of. The guy who broadcasts with Vicky. Now, Vicky will appear occasionally on the slums. Most people know of her when she goes against CG. Which, to be fair, is how she gained most of her fame and also proved she was also a bigger retard than anything else. I mean, she's this ancient ass activist, I swear, that she. Oh, she is special. She is. She's a very, very special person. She's a moral activist with stern ethics right until it collides with hers. Then she just moves the ethics down another way. She literally, that's what she does. She does it until she needs to move those ethics. Till she has to look at herself. See, She sucks at self-reflection. Very similar to Anthony, right? Anthony Mattel suffers from self-reflection as well. But living in a shitty-ass cul-de-sac in Chicago will do that. Also being a fake-ass fucking Mexican who hates his own heritage and then collects people around him who hate their own ethnic heritage as well. Tony's a very flawed, jacked up individual. More than he ever does. He will never admit this. He, at one point, had a bunch of basically self-hating Mexicans around him. There's a reason Extra Hero won't deal with him anymore. Extra Hero talked to LG, right? And then stopped working with him. Ask Tony about that. What happened to Extra Hero? He'll spin the story. Extra Hero just didn't want to deal with him. I wonder why. Who leaves a trail of destruction in their wake and doesn't realize that they are destructive themselves? I digress. Oh, excellent question, Romeo. He hates his own heritage because supposedly his father's from Mexico. He has quite a lot of what you would call anti-immigrant rants. He's not Cuban. Like, if he was Cuban, it would make sense. Cubans are pretty much anti-immigrant by nature. They have this weird thing. He, in private, goes against what his heritage or what his heritage or his family does. Yet he loathes his mother. He treats his father like shit. He breaks the tradition. He broke the tradition because he hates his traditional norms. He could have learned Spanish years ago. Or Mexican. Or Spanglish, either one. He doesn't. He doesn't like other Hispanics. Sadly, I have dealt with his type before. Now, the question why he hates it is something scarred him years ago. He grew up in a suburb outside of Chicago. One would call it a very rough area. He probably tried to escape it. He used to have a person around him. His name was Quaker, who was a bodybuilder, who is no longer in his community, by the way. Who, I guess, moved up out of that rung of society. Then he moved out. And yeah. Oof. Why does Leighton never work with him anymore? But then again, Leighton is still at his network. Yes, he is very racist towards his own kind. He's kind of like what is it? He has, it's like he's a token collector. So he hangs out with like, the guy's name is Potion Sword Run. Used to be at the person who's drawing for him who fell on hard times. Who's definitely not a stoner, by the way. But I could bring an image of him up when I'm not fighting a goddamn Deathclaw. Now, two things I could do at once. I do multitasking well. I was not expecting little unhappy, right? Supposedly they said this. Oh, bite me, you Deathclaw. Now, what broke? Piece of shit. I need to actually redo my armor. Here. Ow. You piece. God. It's a glowing death claw that exists over here. Ow. Thank you. See, Quaker was a self-hating half Latino for as well. I mean, why do you hate the stereotype? I mean, it's really sad, by the way. What he says in private is very different than what he says publicly. Occasionally, he will slip. It's like his faith in being a Catholic, basically. You know, him being a Catholic. There's a reason he doesn't go to a church anymore. Personally, I don't think he's allowed. I think he had a little bit of a laning. Just say. Imply yourself. I think something happened. Improper relations. Not with the child. With relationship with others. He won't talk about this. But one day he slipped up and he said a lot. There's a reason why a person says they have a calling to God, then walks away. So he had a calling to be a priest or a teacher, but he lost it. I won't go into details because it's hard to verify. But I think it was a local problem. Also combined with Tony's inability to, like a lot of gay men in traps. His go-to is liking men. There's a reason he does projection. Now, if you do not know what projection is when you accuse somebody of something else that you do. Classic narcissistic personality disorder sign. It's not them. It's not me, officer. It's not me. It's them. It's like him accusing me of having a Discord that I coordinate everyone. Anyone who knows me, I don't. Hell, half the fucking time I'm on Do Not Disturb. And to be honest, I do what the fuck I want. Yeah. It's a thing. I respect people who like me, but granted, I admit that I'll be the first to admit I am also the hardest person to work with sometimes. I am not the easiest person to peg down to get like anything. Like, there's a reason I have to literally principally stand shit in stone or else it never gets done. You know? Honestly, if I don't feel like doing it, I never actually do it. It's like days I'm like, hey, wake up. I need to stream. I need to do something. Or I won't shove it off. I'll shove it off till the day and then till I actually have to physically do it. Because if I'm not in the mood, I won't do it. And I see what the culprit is. Jesus. I still have a lot of, they hit the durability of some of my armor a long time ago. It breaks quite easy, unfortunately. That's why I have to get Secret Service armor as quick as possible, but that actually changed. See, you can also find in people like Tony, his viewers have actually either shrunk or done that. Go look yourself. 6,000 subs and look at his videos. Last night he had EVS on. Yet he couldn't break over 200. He had Dick Masterson on the other day. That should be gold. Who uses who at that point? Ponders the question. Probably. As I say, I keep receipts. I keep a lot of receipts. Who would I be if I didn't keep receipts? Tony, at one point, I could not ever fully verify certain things until he told on himself. He tells on himself quite a bit. Now, the little movie perp stream that I should have saved. The problem with little movie perp is not even Dane wants to deal with him. He fell out of the good graces of Dane's holy light. And that man does high streams all too much. So he does far too many drunk or high streams where he does edibles far too damn much. That man trying to track down shit is Learned something interesting about that. It's apparently Degrassi Knowles blocked Max. I would love to see, you know, how that worked. What's funny is I have an entire became a source of an investigation, right? It's weird how he that is not meant to be there, that is meant to be somewhere else. Ah. Now I would be remiss because some stuff I can't share because it does dox him. And I choose not to do that. Just as I was given a bunch of records about his divorce and claims in his family. Don't hold the kids responsible for what the father does till they screw up. That's how I knew who he was. Let's see. There used to be a Reddit post here. There you go. He used to be this. Here you go. This is him. This is. Sometimes this is weird. I'm not being. There you go. This is Tommy. This. I found this by accident one day, by the way. Pure accident. I found that. See, one thing was not until Tony screwed up. See, when Tony's a moron, he tells on himself. Now, the thing about me is, I don't leave a trail of breadcrumbs that what's the you don't if you get involved with a lot of people who are psychotic people, never leave it, right? There's more history to it. So see, Tony comes from an older version of the internet, which feels foreign. See, go on a person's Facebook, Twitter, all these people tell on themselves. Right here. However, the real drama is guy Tommy at the time. Now, this is what's funny, right? Everyone thought. Now, he deleted a lot of his posts in this forum. Now, it's hard to track down old Reddits that either purge posts, unless stuff is archived, a lot of stuff gets lost. It basically took finding out either a person's real name, that kind of thing. Of course, by the way, can you Riley's real name? I do as well. Leave it to weaponized autists to tear each other down. Let your enemies tear themselves apart. Now, a lot of this is weird, right? Like here's like an original, right? But a lot of this is purged. I mean, his grift for the longest time was the Amico thing. He was a journalist at one point, 3 years ago. Now, him, when I say his name is Anthony Mattel Villarreal, that's public record. Matt Barr found out about it. But I ain't going to say how I found it. When someone is stupid enough to have an archive that links back to them. I found out about it. But see, here's the problem with Tony. Tony is a dipshit. I look at him as a person. See, he hangs in a circle that he uses people. Red Shot Sherwood doesn't hang around him anymore. Like, bear in mind, Tony, let me show you something. One of his best friends, and this is a friend that hangs around him to this day. He's a dipshit, by the way. Big dipshit. Okay? This dude. I want you to know. Look at this. Can you read that? 6,390 subs. But the man could barely get 10 views. Birds of a feather flock together. He's a trash Canadian. He is from Eastern Canada, I believe. He's as stupid as Tony. 5 brain cells. Now, another one of his little close friends. Here you go. What do you notice? Now, I want you to look at this. His life has literally eaten him alive. Right? How old would you think this man is? He lives in LA, by the way. It's like LA or I think it's LA. He lives in California, somewhere. Okay? That's where he lives. Now, how old do you think he is? 40s? The man looks like he's been ridden like a dog. Avid stoner, crack probably admitted he does meth and a bunch of other stuff. Now, let's check his view count. Some could say me. I don't care. It's 82, nothing. By the way, Acolyte's a shit show. I don't have the brain power to go into it. Like, he tried to get into the YouTube, like, lore grift of, I think at one point on video games, but he didn't have the personality for it. Look. By the way, this is one of Tony's friends as well. Smash JT. But, what did I say? Birds of a feather flock together. Now, here's another thing. Now, let's check. So, when I started watching Tony a long time ago, I had to dig into him at one point. He had a couple of other lackeys follow him. Now, all one of these people have their own goddamn sagas, okay? It's weird how detractor peep types find each other. Yeah. See, I keep a lot of stuff because I got to be careful what I say. Because a lot of what I know gets told me through confidants. Now, hold on. Just want you to know, and I wonder if this video's still up, by the way. This is his old opening 5 months ago. This man took a very big L. Now, hi, hello, Renowned. How are you? I had to get this off my chest. What did I say to you, Renowned? This man thinks I am he thinks I am this person. You see this? This is his opening 5 months ago. Do you know how many people aren't here anymore? This dude isn't here. This dude isn't here. Aaron Taylor. Do you know that one? Aaron Taylor is, God, what the fuck is his name? I would know it. That's what I said. He's one of EVS's big goons who donates to him all the time and does little video work for him. That's going to bother me. This is really old. Girl with no name, by the way, which is a guy from Dane's audience. See, Extra Hero's not here. Even back then, his chat was dead. See, here's Wizard of Wordplay right here. This guy probably works a lot. See, TJ Laser, right? This is actually when Tony was getting better views, by the way. Now, look at the views on this video 5 months ago. He doesn't get these numbers anymore. But he took a huge L on the lawsuit. This man took wow, he's live right now. Look at that. Look at this. 200 watching him. Look, 200 watching him. So I guess this is the original warrant. Let's see, man. I figured he would be live. So, hold on a sec. I usually have YouTube muted, but I ain't gonna hate watch this. Renown, he does this to own you. This is a really old one, by the way. This man's gay. You cannot prove me wrong. He either has gay leanings. He stole this from one of the EBS's people. You remember at the time you got paid to do that thing? Take off your shirt. Yeah, he turned this into a meme, but you're gay for Eric July, didn't you? So this is the original warrant, I guess. So they did a search warrant on Twitter. I guess this is actually the real one. This you can tell this is original. Mentioned, therefore, information has been September about Riley. Well, technically, he's a criminal. Committed the offense of harassment, PC, a misdemeanor B, with the intent to harass, annoy, alarm, abuse, torment, therefore, July sent requested to be done. You're welcome to come on if you want to, Renown. Hit me up if you want. I am not like a total a-hole. If you want to come on, I do shorter. Yeah. Here, Renown. Here. There. There you go. Now, join if you wish to. So, I've known about this warrant for a while. It's no intent. It's to protect all, right? Weirdo audience, by the way. CC, right? You've dealt with CC on Twitter, but for the life of me, I can't. It gets lost in the Twitter bots. But CC is on Twitter. You have dealt with him. Like, he has 200 people watching him, right? Again, I'm also privy. See, he has to cover LG, right? He can only get views, right? So let's say 10%. He should be getting like 4 or 500? Let's say he gets 200, right? Something like that. Look how dead his chat is. It's like 5 people. So remember what I said? Go back. See, 3 Joseph Santos is also another self-hating Mexican or Latino. He's still here. Wizard of Wordplay is still here. Robco guy is from another. That's an alt account of somebody. Look, here's your buddy Super Tizzo. Samurai Snowman. He used to be non-biolacy. So, I haven't really got into the whole Riley, why he got arrested, because I've been waiting to see if stuff comes out. Now, let's see. So See, Chris Bacon's threatening to sue you, by the way. Right now. If we don't, he'll never do it because he'll have to bring up his whole Sandman, right? See, I haven't really gone into the whole Riley, like. Sandman, by the way, is from Dane's community. See, this Eric called him a psychopath. Look, there's Jay Baumacuk. They think this counts actual legal, right? If I say I'm actually scared of somebody, I'm not going to give them ammunition. But in Tony's demented mind, he thinks you would. This is an old video, by the way. This is when he talked. Because if I were Eric, and this was back when Riley was really, really bad, worse, before he got yeeted off of Twitter once or twice. Their rationale, right? Because you got Richard Embry, you got the fake ass. See, TJ Laser is a European trust fund, baby. He tried coming after me, then he joined into this community. He can't, like, even get money for his Own Your Enemy fund. So, what do you think? People, retarded. But remember, in legal, did Jay Obama just say what I thought he heard? I thought I heard him say. Can we crowdfund a fund to clear Riley's name? Look, why do you have to? Riley is a victim, isn't he? Yet all these cucks believe it. This woman brings a mic to a hotel room. Sorry. Oh, Eric screwed himself. So get a Nicky Rackets to defend Riley. That's not his expertise. Look, these jokes write themselves. When I said Tony is all but predictable, he is. And this isn't fun and games, right? Jay Obama, you can go look at his Twitter. He actually believes everything EVS says. No one can be guilty, except for Eric and people he hates. Ricade is a mess of a person, by the way. Huh. See, this is an old Eric July thing, and he has to explain. He has to be cyber stalked. Because what was it? Yellow Flash even learned the hard way that people who hate Eric July are psychopaths or massive sociopaths. Imagine. You're welcome to come on if you want, LG. We have that too, if you wish. Oh, God, let these people. And getting your facts wrong. As long as getting your facts actually wrong. You know what? It's Tony, right? Tony said, I'm the evil mastermind. I tell you guys what to do. You repeat what I say. Well, you might as well get Katie. Katie gets him clips. And he just repeats what Katie tells him. Tony just repeats whatever Wizard of Wordplay gives him. Projection. Party of 10. You know that secret Discord we have must be seriously popping. You know? When I say, oh, well, I'm wrong. There is Quaker. Quaker's not in every stream. Huh. Oh, yeah. By the way, red is Ooga Booga. Who took your image, LG? He's Tony's loyal simp, by the way. See, Jay Obama's mistake right here is where he says he doesn't understand the difference between legalese and what you say on YouTube for theater. What you say to a court of law, what you say on YouTube or a public space, or that. It doesn't fly. Now, if so, he lied on the warrant. What did Eric lie about? Riley stalked him online, then went to the warehouse, then threatened on Christmas Day to go over to Eric's house. Went to Eric's house. Went to the graveside. Played Pokemon Go on the graveside. Arkansas is not too much of a drive from Kentucky. Now, if I wanted to go into stuff, I could go find the court records he was arraigned on. Yeah, I know. But Anthony Mattel Villarreal doesn't know better. Right. He doesn't know better. I mean, living in a shitty ass cul-de-sac will do that for you. Again, that's his name. Now, this is the, by the way, this is the site that Tony used to write for. Right here. One angry gamer. That, you know what it was known for? Misinformation. By the way. This was a really shitty game site. He used to write for here. Did some articles. See, I was not able to get down until I knew his real name to get down to the nitty gritty about him. Because the problem with old internet, unless you know a person's actual name, it's hard to track them down. It's not like, well, shit, you can find someone shit, like a fucking bat shit pile halfway down the way. Now, half these idiots tell themselves on Twitter. Now, discerning facts from reality are two separate things. You know. So. Now, let's see. See, I want to say, right? Because if you see, if I could find the article, supposedly Tony wrote a Battle Angel Alicia article. Hold on. Oh. See, that's a problem. When you have to go back a certain degree when servers were not public or backed up, it's very hard with modern. You need specifics. And it's way too hard in the algorithm to dig through it. You need to know. It's like a cheat code to get through. See, this is the problem, right? Hey, Renowned, is Sturgis banned in your stream? I mean, to be fair. Well, of course. Gray follows Tony. He wouldn't do anything to it. It was me, LG, and others who wanted to go after him. Gray's not confrontational. Look. There's the EBS art, by the way, of you. Not gay at all. Well. Yeah, you know when I say Tony's audience is retarded people. Yeah. Ah. Ah. True. Ah. By the way, Red's a retard. I'm surprised the other person ain't here. Sturgis. Look, you know what? I only watch him if I ever want to abuse myself. See, this is what Jay Obama's supposed to look like. Jay Obama has chicken legs. Katie just. This is what Katie does. Katie sits there. See, he says you trained. See, these are people. Texas is an open and concealed carry state with a very, very strong castle doctrine. Castle doctrine, for people who do not know, means now technically you can still be charged for murder or a crime if you shoot someone too much or shoot to kill, etc., etc. Sometimes weird. It's usually a nasty investigation. But if you know how to play it, someone breaks into your property and you say you shoot on sight, you can shoot them. But shooting excessively gets you charged. Weird. So break into another person's house in Texas or come on their property. I dare you. Very shitty. Find out. Fuck around and find out. Just saying. Oh, cars count as under castle doctrine too. Odd. To be fair, Florida also has very similar to Texas, but not as fine tuned. Right. Ah. They're saying that Eric negotiated a license. Tony lost big on the whole. He thought Eric July was going to be destroyed by the ISOM lawsuit. See, this is outlawed thoughts until someone proves to me otherwise. You see, Katie's just his wallflower. Jay Obama's just rocking there, doing nothing, like he's half asleep. By the way, the Chicano Stan Lee is a joke, but Tony brought it into his moniker. Now, you want to know why Tony gets views more now? Look at this. See, he's really pulling out now. See, I don't have to go digging to find out that people are creepy. Like, how did he? Hold on. Let me go back. Interesting. Interesting. See, if I were you, I would tear out your Discord so people don't get in it. Or you hide it. Because you don't want weirdos in it. But I am myself. Hold on. See, he's going for the own here. Really? Wonder how he got it. Hmm. Isn't he going? What did we say? He goes for the own? Oh, this came from the drunken peasant? Probably. More than likely. See, Tony's been very, very busy. He's very, 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 very touchy and busy. I love the lore that these people make up, by the way. So apparently this is an own, right? Huh. Wow, so someone had to go digging. I don't want to lie. I'll probably see. He's fine doxing people. See, by the way, Richard Embry should be the last person talking about a person's appearance. Just saying. When you look like the egg-shaped man, by the way. Richard Embry, we used to just joke where he takes up 3/4 of the camera. He's that fat. He is that fat. It's interesting Black Angus doesn't go on him before. Eh, I guess. Oh, by the way, he still has the art up for the guy who was I'll have to go back through his shit. I'm sure he said something really dumb. Very, very sure of it. I agree. Hold on a sec. Hold on. Forest Pub. Here we are. 3/4 of screen, by the way. Well, let's go more charitable. A year ago. Now, I want you to understand. Do you remember when he used to come on Tony's streams? Show his head sideways? We used to call him 3/4 the screen. We would joke that he was fat, by the way. We would actually joke. But how right we were proven. Fat. Yes, there you go. Because he would do a live stream. And he calls it a good shot. Hold on. Let me see if I find that. He has like this Dutch angle he used to use. Hold on. Let's see if he does it here. Let's see if he does it. There you go. Yeah. We used to call him not fat, right? Look. He doesn't move his neck, right? I want you to notice. He also tells someone's fat by their fingers. Also, usually if you have short fingers, it's also the sign that you're retarded or have a mental deficiency. So if you see it, so fun little fact. If you have like short or artificially short fingers on small hands, or well, small hands is also a euphemism. You have a small dick, but yeah, it's not always the case. But when you see his fingers, they're short. Tony's fingers are stubby. Okay. So stubby fingers are traditionally a sign of low intelligence or other things. It's usually a sign of a mental disorder. Okay. Just saying. Just as, you can have a beach ball volleyball. Like, if you have a head shaped like a football, you're probably retarded. Which, to be fair, Do we remember the time when Richard Embry got told to stop talking shit by Daddy EVS? See, what kind of weirdos do this? They take a clip or a screenshot and they make it their avatar. He looks like a bus driver. That's mean. Did you know you're the new DSP? Really? 6,000 subs with no views. Oh, God. See, I milked dead air. She dark note. Look, if you take me 10 years ago, like I had a conversation with my neighbor recently. Man, I've seen the kid grow up. I'm like, shit, the guy's like, kid's about 20 something now. See, where I've lived here for 20 something years, right? And I'm like, the guy goes, yeah, you basically look the same. No shit. I haven't aged badly. You know? I just have good genes. I don't age horribly. Some people I know age very badly. See, Red changed his name again. You gotta own them. So it's the same 9 people that talk in his chat all the way. Right? What have I said? He owns himself. See, we joke it's 4. You know? But let's be clear. Usually it's 6 to 8. Oh, he's late and he knows you're. She's in a hotel. Look. I don't advocate for this. This didn't come from me. But this is why you don't fuck with me, because I get things like this pass through my head if I really want to be mean to an individual. I would take an image of Katie did right here with the meme of the 5 guys, the chick sitting on the couch with all these avatars around. See, that's the stuff I have to restrain. Because not only do I go for the own, I go for the low blow to rip their throats out. Younger me was not so restrained. It would suck if someone did the 5 black guys and 1 chick sitting on the couch with Katie. I will disavow if you do it. Sure. Sure. I'll let you do it. You mean screenshot it? Yeah, I'll have to get it for you. Yeah. I'll have to disavow it. I'll have to disavow it. Hold on. I'll have to do. You gotta get a good one. You gotta get a good one. Oh, see, this is his back end, by the way. I'll have to get you one. Normally, he doesn't swing that way. He doesn't. He just doesn't swing that way. So supposedly, this is his back end, right here. I mean, that's not a really good metric, by the way. Yeah. I do need a. Hold on. Yes. Oh. We got a good one. Because if he wants to show his back end, that's a dead. Yeah, what do you mean, like from EVS joining? Okay. There we are. Okay. See, I'm not quite the boomer. See, this is always the hard. You have to do it. You have to be wise. Because a lot. Now, it's a little hard when you have dual monitors. Look, 5 guys, yes. There you are. See, my morals and my ethics. Dude. See, nope, that's not it. Ooh, shit. Ignore that one. Huh. Weird. Hold on. That was a tricky little thing. I hate when that. There you go. When you have dual monitors and you have to screenshot, it's always fun. Hey, it's okay. So Jay Obama finds you fascinating, renowned. He finds Sturgis. He's not gay, by the way. None of these people are gay. None of them. But they all talk about watching a guy. Tell on yourself. He used to like watch Liam, but now he loves watching you. Then he takes the AI voice of, yeah, not gay, by the way. He isn't gay. Sorry. Oh, oh. Oh. See, he takes the stream you do the day before. This is how Tony works. But Katie makes a very. She's too stupid. Why do we harp on metrics? Hmm. Renowned. Why do we bring up metrics with these people? My algorithm says most of my views come from VODs. So people who watch my game streams usually watch it later. Maybe they don't catch it, they'll catch it up later. I have over enough views to be monetized. Subs are a different matter, right? Not everyone watches me sub. So it's like, I remember what was the Geeks and Gamers talked about it a long time ago. It's like maybe 60-70% of the people that watch you aren't subbed. I mean, I usually find it cringe, right? So Tony cuts off people who are not subbed to him. Now, Sandman is his own shit. Like, Sandman wants a very fine line with, like, Dane. So, right. Renown doesn't go that way. Don't be mean. Don't scare him. I would introduce you to Jay Bama. Jay Bama is a, yeah. We know Jay Bama swings this way. We know Tony swings this way. Oh boy. So the line was, so I guess you read from chat, right? So this is how they create content, by the way. Let's say they take a 2-hour stream. They only use a portion of it. They're not past 4 minutes. Now, you can go in and say this is fair use. But Tony's way, I hate reactionaries. So Jay Bama, right? Okay, Robco guy, you got me laughing. That's a good insult. That's a good insult. I swear Tony's chat's retarded. I ain't gonna highlight that comment right here. That's funny though. That's a good joke, by the way. Sure, just has a whole collection. I hear him. Okay. I'm sorry, I laughed at that just because that's not, it's not true, but that's at least a creative insult, okay? That's a creative insult. That's a good one. That's a good insult, though. Sorry. I have a warped sense of humor. Mint is a good looking woman. She does prawn. How does that make sense? Okay. All right. You know what? Tony has said mint salad's attractive. But besides the point, I don't ask about where people live. You know? So, metrics, for those who don't know. Tony talks about his click-through rate. where they fall off. I mean, I do game streams, so sometimes they fall off. People catch things. Sometimes people watch them halfway through. Sometimes don't. Some people pick up one, do another. Okay? That's how you're realistically supposed to do it. Renowned has a very good click-through rate, good retention time. Now, I would be smarter if I kept my game streams to about 4 hours. That's it. Okay. Yeah. Occasionally. Yeah. By the way, so she doesn't get like why people care about algorithms. Now, I have to show this because reasons of I haven't done anything into what's her name in a while, by the way. This is Katey Did. All right? From Rumble. All right? Now, this is Katey Did from Rumble. This is part of a group that she disowned. Bear in mind that good Christian woman. Okay? The good Christian woman. All right? She nuked her Twitter. Those who don't know the lore on her. Do you know why we have the term Katey Did stocks? All right? Here's a deep lore on it. Are you guys familiar with you? I almost go Inuyasha. Inuyasha, Sesshomaru, and Rin. Now, this clip is pure cringe, and I could download it very quick and probably upload it and play it. I've done it before. In her own words, and which I probably will do, just because it's funny. I think I had to actually purge this from my own hard drive. Now, okay? She ran a fan forum site for women during lockdown. She wonders why we call her weird, right? Where she says, yeah, it'd be weird for if their husband was a full-fledged dog demon not to have those thoughts. Bear in mind, these are her, this is Lily, this is her, right? They discussed this. Okay? See, I never went through this. Because this is pure cringe, all right? Pure cringe. I'm no Puritan by nature, okay? Now, I want you to understand, these are women who talk, you know why when we say women have a degenerate mind? Redo a Healer is done by a female. There's a lot of women into boy love, or BL. Right? Cringe warning, by the way. This is what she hid. She wrote erotic fan fiction. They had to censor this. Can you imagine? They were all giggly, like, well, once you unsee this, you can't unsee this. And this is 4 women giggling about this image. To top this off, on her desk, by the way, she has an image of Shishomaru in dog form cuddling her. If I lost viewers, you understand why. It's very cringe, by the way. It's extremely cringe. If I want to go for the own, I will go for the own, and it's really bad. But that's her hair. She's supposedly a hairstylist, by the way. She also had I think it was before it got destroyed. Hold on. Here you are. This was her community. She didn't abandon this. This was her channel prior to the clip channel she has now. By the way, she deleted this Twitter that was linked to this. Yashahime, the half-demon princess, very much the fan of it. She was a big fan of Yashahime, which is fan fiction or fan service. She passed this off to her girlfriends, and she actually nuked. Let's go one further. Let's go one further. So, before someone says bullshit, there's more cringe too if you want to find her fan fiction forum. It was the One Story Archive. To say I don't have receipts, by the way. To say I don't have them is funny. I know degenerates when I see degenerates. Does she still... See, here's the thing about Leighton, right? Leighton has the same speech pattern. Here's the thing. See, Leighton has the same speech patterns as Wizard War. Now, the reason I call Leighton, I say Leighton is Wizard of Wordplay, is because of his speech pattern. I want till someone proves me wrong. Okay? This is a recent mic, so he sounds roughly about the same. He doesn't sound... Let me see. So did he do a video recently? So when I make accusations, right, See, this is TJ Laser. Like TJ Laser at one point. This is his a troll channel he created, by the way. This is TJ Laser. Now he does media artist. He's a trust fund baby in Eastern Europe. Parents work. He barely does shit. He sounds like he smokes a pack or two a day. Just for the record. He's supposed to be a Windows media artist. Now, should have more play because we're having a download. So the idea, right, is oh boy. So the difference between Vonster and Hero Darky Dark, right? Now let's go with Richard Embry. Richard Embry had 80 backers and didn't gain a lot of his backers for his book until he spent about 5 months grifting on Eric July. Need I say more? So, Mo, you know better, cat. See how many how this is how they transform content. They just talk over content and they get stuck. Do you know why? So you say we bring up COD lobbies back in the day. They wouldn't survive it. It's not us parodying because it was part of our childhood. Bro, that's my cocking point, and I never got it from D-Day Cobra. That's funny. Hell. You should hear me shit on assholes in Division. I do worse. But then again, it's a bunch of grown guys who act like idiots. That I usually do it because they're usually assholes. Yes, Sturgis parrots. Sturgis parrots. I guess that's in their own mind. Renown doesn't parrot, he makes his own content. It's like me. I make my own. I just take this from time to time because I don't like being hateful and spiteful. So when Eric Company fail, what will we do? So this is where Tony tells on himself. Tell me if this doesn't sound like projection. So when I say he does projection, So what are these guys going to do when Eric fails? The funny part is they hype up Eric so much. We won't have content after Eric goes. Half these people are going to scurry off to Rumble and do other things. Tony, that sounds. Why are you talking bad about yourself? Why are you projecting onto others of stuff you do? You went from the Amico grift to grifting off Eric July when you came into one of renowned streams. You grifted off comic reviews, game reviews in Nerdette's community. Nerdette fell as well. You just have moved to grifting Eric July and then grifting CG. Sorry. Yes, lack of self-awareness. The key is lack of self-awareness. Oh! Okay. Good. I would love for one. I would love to see these people talk about something they love. They don't know how to talk about anything they love. Evil cannot create, it can only destroy. Again, who started? They killed Gears of War because of 4 and because they killed Marcus. Fuck Sturgis. Gear 4, Gear 5 were mistakes. So what do we establish about Tony's audience? Tony made this audience. It's like Dane. Dane cultivated his echo chamber. Huh. See, I haven't done the whole talk of why I dislike Dragon Age, the new one. I don't like it. Art style doesn't grab me. Plus, I'm not. They went back to the well of Inquisition, it looks like. And I kind of didn't like Inquisition. When I actually saw the final product, I just didn't like it. Something about the Dragon Age Inquisition art in that direction doesn't feel like it. Oh, shit. Shit. Oh, God. I didn't do that. I didn't do this. I did this. I didn't do this. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh no. You're wrong. You're wrong. You are not nice. But see, that's what I would do. By the way, Tony, if you want to take a quick look at all my Discord, feel free. Find out which one is the secret Discord, you fucking faggot. Find out where that secret one is. God, you're so wrong. That's cruel. That's really, really cruel, guys. Let's see. Okay. Hey. What? You remember this? Right here? Okay, I'm going to the restroom. Take your chance. Take it. Pick it out what you think he's going to say about the clip here. Because this clip. No. Okay. So let's see. Let's take the bets. Any bets? Let's take the bets on how bad he gets. All right. Does he play the other? Oh, he doesn't do the other. Oh, so Wizard of Wordplay didn't clip this. He won't. Oh, he calls him a hero for this, by the way. Do you remember that video? This video right here? This video. This is my video that I clipped. Okay? My clip. Nobody else's. I do my own work. See, I have my own talent. I just go for the own and kind of occasionally forget. He called him a hero, by the way. A hero. What is a hero? Well, it's a famous phrase that I have said. The famous phrase, another man's hero is another man. Another man's terrorist is another man's hero. You. Like Angus also likes fucking mint salad. Oh god. Sorry. Those shorts. So let's go videos. See, he won't play that. Let's see if he plays. He's so magnificent. They're praising him. They like the shoulder hair too, by the way. Hmm. No, transformative. This is where he wants to bring up Lear. So, Renowned was mad that EVS was in the string. I guess, right? We were like, why is EVS there? Why is it so dead? We're supposed to be jealousy. Oh, Katie had the mold here in this stream. Are you jealous because EBS doesn't? Eric July doesn't come into your stream or give you a wrench? What is there to be jealous about, by the way? Someone tell me that. Bear in mind, these are the same people who talk about fatherless behavior, by the way. None of these people had fathers. I know. Hmm. I mean, EVS comes in and gives you the bump, though, Tony, with your 1900 chassis dead most of the time. What did I say about Low Mortimer? I said he donates to Tony. Tony can't recall what he donates except more than once. Really? Huh. He sounds jealous. By the way, I have this whole clip. Okay, do you remember that whole limp sea thing? This is where they're at. See, I love how I predict them. He will not mention my name. He will not mention my name. Do you remember what you said? Don't want to be the Rippaverse, how it makes him. You see how he won't mention my name? Now they're lying about their profits. Yes. So Eric put a lot of his own personal money into his comic. Forget the fact they talked about me last night. They didn't care. Oh, did you know he printed other books? I want to see. So this is not illegal. He is correct. You can record through the window. Do you know what this is? Harassment, loitering. This is why you get the other part. What did I say right now? Loitering. They were out here for that long. These are where these people don't know laws. Yes, it's legal. But then that's where the business, the person who owns the thing, gets you involved for calling you on loitering. Oh, did you know in the United States there's no expectation of privacy? Tony took law classes and said because they got rid of phone booths because it made privacy and they could have recorded it. But if you have a phone on the outside, you can. They're dumb. So 2 years of law. What the fuck? What's your degree, Tony? Two years of law, 2 years of psychology, four math class, and math. Law? She actually buys comics? See, remember, Renowned, you only parrot. This is at 2x speed. Well, of course, no. He doesn't disagree with DJ Eric. They only disagree on the gay part because Tony's a closet case, but he'll come over. God, I thought I am boring. See the narratives they spent. We don't know Blair White goes in to be passable. It's like my stance. Difference, right? There's a difference to the ones in pass versus the ones who just play it. That's why I have the line, the ones who claim that they're non-binary are different. That's why I say damn the activists more than I say anything else. It's always the activists that ruin it for the actual ones. Because if I ask Tony or these people, they don't know what GDI or GID is. Gender dysphoria or gender identity disorder. They don't know what that is. That's not an own. He's hard to watch. I can't watch him. He's cringe. But can't do. Oh, you're a degenerate Coomer. Imagine. But Tony's a Puritan, yes? Or should I say Anthony, yes? He's a Puritan? Who talks about looking at guys all the time? No. Right. Yes. Very boring. Very, 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 very boring. Ugh. Yes. Wizard of Wordplay likes the futa. Man. Balls or no balls? Mm. Mm. They are very closeted. Do you ever notice? Well, not entirely, right? Can we say his audience is closeted? Yeah, good. You see on YouTube, you gotta like have this problem of so I've established that TJ lasers are hmm. See, this is where I get why he see this is why this part where he gets in trouble with Dane, because Dane's very defensive of the trans people. This is why everyone hates the argument of just because one day, and then I say this nicely, no disrespect to people. If you actually have gender identity disorder, I understand. The destruction of the bi umbrella is a very big thing. See, bisexual used to mean something very different. Now, all these other disorders or these other sexualities all come from the destruction of the bi umbrella. What do they call pan? What do they call that? Because I haven't touched the whole thing on the acolyte. God, I can see why episode 3 is bad. Remember, the twins were magically birthed between two females in the Force. But this is why he gets called a bigot. Oh, Chris Bacon says he found you. See, unlike me, I don't pay the background people to find it, by the way. See, you'll agree on Tony on that part. Yeah. Well, you've been live for like 2 hours. I have too. Yeah, good. He is very stupid. Now, I want you to judge for yourself. Because I personally, when I make claims, I've had the theory about people. Let me find that. So, how do you spot a loser using another? Who uses another account? And I guess it's like me if I switched up my mic. Um, you know. See. All right, let's have two. Now, the deep lore on why we say Kitty does dogs. Okay. Now, hypothetical. If that ever confuses people, we always do. It should not. Let me see a video file. Yes. I'm going to load up these two, right? Hold on. That one, just for good measure. If you listen to two people, they don't sound the same. My voice is very Drives me insane, right?
So I thought I would just pop on here briefly to talk about some of the drama / horseshit that was.
Okay. So listen to Outlawed Thoughts speech patterns and listen to this. This is him now. If I wanted to throw somebody off, slightly alter the audio, right? Etc. This is how you do it.
On Twitter, Harding or Jeremy Harding or Jeremiah Harding, whatever. He went on.
Afraid to say F words on YouTube.
Yeah, he went on his YouTube channel last night, did a stream with some people. Some of them I know, some of them I don't. He had put out some private communications on Twitter yesterday. I thought I would basically just talk about this all in context.
Apparently, Helldivers is banning
people. Talk a little bit
people.
about myself, since he doesn't know anything about me, and the people who were on his show don't know anything about me. And I don't think they know much about the Tower Gang people, who they also decided to talk about. So I think it's a good time to sort of talk a bit about my upbringing, where I came from. Some of you guys will already know this stuff, some of you won't, but I figure we'll cover it here just to be safe. First off, one of the issues that Jeremy took up is, of course, the age-old problem of the Tower Gang and people like Outlawed Thoughts make statements that are bad, and they're libertarians, and they're involved in libertarian politics, and blah, 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 blah. The same horse shit that I've heard over and over and over again. It was half ago at this point. It was done quite a while ago. It's soft. That is.
Now, that's the first one. Oh. Hi, Renowned. How are you? Renowned.
What's going on?
Oh, I'm chilling. Ah. Sorry.
I'm here.
I was busy. So, what's your thoughts on all this mess? What do we say? Predictable? You hear me or no?
Thoughts on what? Thoughts on what?
Can you hear me, or does that sound good or sound off?
I'm good right now.
Okay. You see all these claims they make about us, and they're not true.
Of course. I hope Chris Bacon knows that he'll FAFO if he tries some bullcrap.
He says he's going to sue you because the other day at the end of your stream you talked about him.
Oh yeah, sure he is. He's retired first. Okay, if we're gonna hear his let's see, what was the last thing he posted? Something about a New York statute.
You don't have to say where you live publicly.
He says, good to know the state of New York has a similar statute as Texas 4207, New York Penal Law 2426. You never know when that may become applicable. Well, he's retarded, so I can't expect him to, not be retarded.
Well, to be fair, yes.
I'll let him think that that's actually going to mean something.
Yeah. See, now even I know where you really live.
Mm-hmm. And of course, you have Jim Satala and Elizabeth Emoji reposting it like it means something.
Okay.
I was actually very close to posting that meme I sent you in Discord. And I was going to title it. I was gonna actually tag Tony in it and put a typical Frog Tony stream.
I'm sorry that generally made me laugh. There's a reason. I went a
little bit further and I added some more. If you didn't notice it, it's supposed to be 5 people in the back, and I added 2 more.
I laugh hard because it's true. You can't tell me any different. Because what is one of Tony's every Tony stream?
it's a bunch of feminine bitches crying around a fucking microphone. That's what it is.
And then they stick her.
Do they
in
not?
the
Do they
They
not
stick her in
realize?
the
Do they not, bro? Do they not realize how fucking feminine they are? It's like a bunch of bitches at a nail salon, bro. It really is. It's like, oh yeah. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna have 5 to 7 people talk shit about one person who's more popular than all 7 of them.
Yes.
Because oh yeah, we think we can dogpile on one person, even though nothing they say to me means a goddamn thing. And I'll just still sit here and make content on them. Meanwhile, Katie did fucks dogs over here. Got a whole Kiwi Farms about her obsession with a demon dog fucking a child. But you know,
Yeah, that's uncomfortable.
let's not
even
talk
by
about that at all. Right?
That's an uncomfortable even by mine. Because since you're here, correct me for the measure. What did she do to both you and LG? She both called you creeps.
She called me she called LG a creep first, even though she was the one that went to his stream and not the other way around. And then she called me a creep because I made a video on her. Fuck out of here. Meanwhile, this dummy on her Sesserin fan club account, by the way, she wanted to come on my channel to talk about Inuyasha.
They got deleted, by the way.
Oh, her YouTube channel?
No, the YouTube channel is still there.
Remember she
yeeted her what was it? Twitter.
Right, but no, on her YouTube channel, she said it on my channel. You know?
Weird.
Let's see.
Huh?
Let's see. Hold on.
She I haven't checked in a while. Does she still have her YouTube channel up, the Session Fan Club? Or did she change it to the other one?
No, I'm sure she still has it up.
Yeah, no, Gus. She passed it off to the women that she was on there with.
Oh, so they could continue to talk about, those disgusting, degenerate things. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, because that's totally normal.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm. By the way, I wonder what Tony's reaction would be if you actually posted that.
His reaction would probably be something along the lines of using it as merch. I guarantee it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did he, you know what you do? You know what we do when friends get in trouble? We use their image as merch. Am I wrong? No, the only reason I'm doing this is because how often do you have to kick me? Like, you talk to me off the thing. Do I care about fame and glory?
No.
All right.
You always talk about you care about the truth. The truth. That's
right?
It.
I prefer to be left alone. Is that a lie? No.
No.
I don't.
Well, for some reason, a fucking a gay frog named Tony,
Anthony Mattel,
is scared of a faceless individual with a dragon fucking profile avatar.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
The same avatar that I've had for years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's my background in my computer.
Yeah, I see it all the time.
You've seen it, yeah.
Yep.
Hmm?
He's scared of a fictional D&D dragon. Congratulations. He's scared of by the way, he's scared of a female dragon because Tiamat is a female 5-headed dragon. So that means he's scared of a female avatar. Pussy.
No one ever asked how I came up with my username. Ever. But I don't give out my original. You can occasionally find it. Do you ever notice when he was saying that, Romulia was saying, if I can't prove what I say? You see I'm not talking out of my ass. I have receipts for these bastards. But I don't go for the own, Renown. I don't. What's the point in going for the own? I don't think.
I mean, Tony owns himself with his dog shit dead channel, and then tries to send other people to act as if his channel isn't dead. His channel's dead. Like I knew it was gonna come as soon as the ISOM lawsuit was a thing and
Yeah,
Eric
it fell
won.
through.
Basically, it fell
Yeah.
through. His shit was fucked because all the people that watched that thought it was gonna happen, and he was hyping it up for weeks that Eric was going to lose. Which for months I said it was going to be a nothing burger.
Yes.
I have proof. It's on my live stream talking about it.
Yeah.
And
I have
nothing
proof
came
too.
of it, and I laughed. I just laughed.
Didn't I?
Everyone who thought it
Okay.
was going to be something.
Now, didn't I tell you? I think I told you and LG both before EVS turned on Renown. Turned on.
Yeah.
I said
gonna happen.
I said he's going to turn. What was that? Months before.
Yep.
And
yeah, sure was.
That's great. See, the idea that I just figure out patterns, right? Like, it's kind of like and someone goes, well, everyone who knows EBS, he turns on people. No, he was pretty much up Eric's asshole for a while because he was getting free work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was only convenient for him until he stopped getting that paycheck from that cover. Same thing with Shane Davis.
He also fucked himself over in the long run.
Yeah, now he lost 5,000 subscribers, and his fucking comic books are dead, too. Fucking washed up comic bro. Like I've been calling him. Oh, he's not a washed up comic bro. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He literally looks as if he has no passion at all with his shit, because all he does is open new campaigns that never get fucking delivered, or almost never get delivered. Oh no, he's closing a Dark Harvest now. Don't you know he finally delivered Snowman after 3 fucking years? Congratulations to everyone who got it.
Oh, well, let's not forget.
And let's not forget that Katie Did Fucks Dogs is out here promoting Rainbow the Brute when it's 6 years late. Promoting it to people who don't buy comics. Buy comics.
What did Vickyverse say to her? Do you support something that's not CG?
No, of course she doesn't, because she doesn't have she doesn't have 2 fucking brain cells to rub together to think. She's your typical fucking drama woman.
No, and you got owned by Vickyverse. You were here earlier. Like, Vickyverse has a whole lore to her. Were you ever around Eric's community when Vicky was going heavily after?
Yes.
Eric
was. Yeah.
God.
I was.
Yeah. See, we've been following Eric since the more political days. I've been following him since he was doing comics and comic reviews. Oh yeah, by the way, Eric doesn't do comics. He never bought comics. Do you remember that thing you remember what I showed the stream when from Blurred Without? I went back to one of his really old streams, like the Blurred Without Fear. The man used to have his long boxes in the background. Yeah.
He used to fucking pull comics during streams. Oh, and what's his dumbass? Edward Doherty talking about, just because Eric has all those comics doesn't mean he knows anything about comics. Like, what? What kind of fucking retarded shit is that?
He was a weekly pull list buyer till 2018 or 2019. Do you remember him and do you remember like him and blinking names? Az did a pull and bag stream together once.
Really?
Yeah. The only reason Eric stopped buying comics because, as I said, the difference between him and Blurred Without Fear is Blurred Without Fear is what you would get if Eric was a firm leftist. If you know what I mean by that, instead of like a libertarian. He basically, that's why when you see him and Blurred talk, they agree on most things. except for the politics.
Mm-hmm.
But Blurred went very far left because Eric gained his fame. Because you remember Eric's old background? It was all black DC and Marvel superheroes.
Yep. He had one of X-Men. He had Black
He,
Panther.
he had
the Joker.
Brother
He had the
Voodoo,
Flash.
Brother Voodoo back there for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wraith was back there at one point.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Odd. The man don't know comics. You see why I say Wizard of Wordplay sounds like Leighton?
Yeah.
Weird, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The reflection. You see the reflections in the voice, right? So 2 weeks ago. So am I talking out of my ass? So when I say...
So that's how we all...
You see how
showers,
he talks?
That was the
and
system.
Listen to Wizard of Wordplay.
And so that was just how you lived. But and we weren't the only people in the community.
I wouldn't be surprised.
That's him.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Right?
I wouldn't be surprised whatsoever if that was him.
I mean, you want to talk dead? You could look at Tony's gaming channel.
I don't have to do that. I look at his regular channel. Like he's fucking dead. Like, I had some guy earlier say that. I was like, because, what was it? I said, because I had to call Vonster's dumbass out because he thought he was going to get a gotcha. And I was like, no, bitch, you ain't doing shit. He's like, oh, because I said to him, you fail to understand what definitions of words are. And he says the guy uses AI to read and summarize his articles for him. And I was like, no, bitch. It's a fucking Brave ad that I accidentally clicked on during a live stream, you bitch. Here's the clip, you fucking retard. That's why he had no fucking response, because he's a dumbass.
Oh, that's right.
He knows he's a fucking
that we're
idiot.
supposed to be civil people. Yes.
Just remember, literally in the background, you can see the fucking tag that says Frog Tony right in the upper right corner. Oh yeah, the guy that has the most misinformation about literally everything. You're gonna take the word of that fucking guy? That's how I know you're fucking retarded. You can't seriously look at me in the face and tell me you got information from Frog Tony and I'm supposed to be like, yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense. No, that guy's a fucking moron. That guy's a moron too. Mr. Comic books are for losers and fucking video games are for kids. Yeah, trying to grift off fucking CG and be a narcissistic grifting prick. Get the fuck out of here. Trying to talk shit about other people's channels. Meanwhile, his fucking channel grows in subs and that does not grow in views at all. Meanwhile, in half a year, I'm gonna surpass my views that I got in a whole year of last year. So fuck out of here, dude.
I do random shit that I still make 10-20%. What have I always said? The healthy metric of a channel is at least a bare minimum of 10%.
Yeah, meanwhile, 2 days in a row of him streaming, he's had the same like 8 people talking in chat. Fuck out of here, dude. You could pull up the stream from yesterday and you could pull up a stream from the day before and you'll see the same like 8 people talking in both streams. Meanwhile, I can pull John from John's Long Box and Vaughn Coleman and they'll both tell me my chats look super active and healthy as fuck. And they get massive amounts of, a decent amount of backers, both interviews that I had with each of them.
Actually, it's funny. EDF.
Even John's Long Box, I'll take it there.
See, if you want to know, people ever wonder why I go after people. I go after the source of the problem. Because whenever Tony repeats something, you were nothing before Rippaverse, apparently. Wow. Wow, that's enough. That hurts.
Meanwhile, I have videos that do better than Ripperverse stuff, but okay, whatever he says, because he's, again, retarded.
So
I literally have to prove people wrong all the time with this shit. They're like, your 60% of your videos are Ripperverse. Yeah, and then not the highest view videos on my channel.
No.
Fucking retard. I literally have to be like, yeah, the highest view video I had last year was 5K views on a video that had nothing to do with Eric July. It had to do with that weird individual that worked at Limited Run Games who got exposed for very degenerate shit after getting Carolyn fired from Limited Run. Fuck off.
You know, do you know what would be tell you funny? Because you know that stream that I have bookmarked for some bizarre reason. Still, that in the side tab, basically he was getting 22 to 2,500 views.
Yeah, I saw that.
Consistent. Now what is he getting? 15?
Yeah. And now, and ironically enough, my highest view video of this year is Yellow Flash shitting on EVS. Like, isn't that funny? Still not a video that has anything to do with Ripperverse or Eric July, so you can eat the whole dick.
Yeah, and then you have, I guess, his audience, because I think Tony's audience is a mixture of everything he's just grifted over the years. By the way, he talks about us all the time, or he talks about you. Am I wrong in saying it doesn't sound like projection? He has a secret Discord he coordinates. He has a secret Discord chat they all coordinate in.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Do you know how hard it is to get us on the same fucking page?
Yeah.
I don't show up just because, like, you're streaming. I'll show up sometimes. But sometimes I'm not there.
Exactly.
Right? I would say you need to post that meme of Katie.
I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. Just post it before I go to sleep and see what happens. See what the reaction is when I wake up.
Go to bed. You'll have every white knight defending Katie.
Oh my god, bro! No, I know exactly. Oh, I know exactly where I'm gonna post it too. Hold on. I got this. Watch this shit.
You're gonna post it.
I know exactly where I'm gonna post it at too.
See, if I were a mean individual,
where's the? Hold on, where
you gotta
is it?
understand.
Oh yeah, here it is. I'm gonna post it right here. I'm gonna post it on Student of God's Twitter right under the clip where she says, "Imagine having to clean Eric's." Yeah, I'm gonna post it right fucking there. Man, where is it at? Hold on. I'm gonna tag you too. I'm gonna tag you as well, so you can fucking see that.
Sure.
Where is it?
Or tag me or wherever. I post it or so. I'll post the one.
Oh, she has me blocked, so she's blocked me twice.
Oh, yes.
And both times it's because I talked about her and the dogs.
Yes. By the way, apparently, I saw Arch's thing. I was going to look into it before I was going to talk about it. Apparently, the Helldiver Discord is defending furries.
Yeah, I know. There you go. I posted it, and I tagged you. I tagged you in it.
Oh, thank you. There's people watching. I don't even want to cover the fucking Acolyte episode 3. They weren't wrong. Episode 3 screws up everything. There's immaculate lesbian female conception. Ugh. I'm not joking about this, by the way.
And the best part about the meme is the fact that Katie did is actually smiling in it, so it's even worse.
Oh no, that's why I went back. I'm like, let me find you one. God, this shit on the Acolyte is so cringe. You wonder why Chris Gore said episode 3 and episode 4 was going to entirely break the lore? Do you remember that?
What?
From Acolyte? I know you've heard about it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
The Immaculate Lesbian Conception.
I've been checked out of Star Wars since Gina Carano got fired. I've been checked out.
See, you know what it is? He entirely clicked over. You know the difference when I actually clip something? I do it right. I don't do it whatever. Yeah, and I've heard the whole thing with Null. Like Null was trying to be nice. Like, apparently, the whole thing is she is actually, by metric standards, legally retarded. And I say this nicely. She has to be around someone at all times. Even Noel brought up the fact that when Riley wasn't there, Riley brought her out there and she got arrested. See, I joked about Riley getting arrested privately. I'm like, yeah, Riley wouldn't be stupid enough to get arrested. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, maybe there was a warrant. Riley did joke about a warrant at one point placed on it.
He did.
He did joke about that.
He's like, I got a ankle bracelet. Remember, they said I fell for that. Remember, they said I fell for that.
So, do you think he knew about the warrant, or he just?
He literally talked about the warrant in that same live stream.
And
they said I fell for
that. Yeah. So it turns out he did have a warrant from trespassing on the warehouse. And then they petitioned Twitter. So that warrant's real. Oh, so I ask you this. Hey, Eric July, I'm confused. You told me you were scared of Riley. You told Nick you weren't scared of him, which is true. Why does that matter in a court of legal law? Right?
that. I just think it's very closeted and weird that Tony's looking for older pictures of me and is playing older videos of my content. I think it's weird.
Well, I don't have...
But then again, he did that to LG, so I shouldn't expect anything less from a closeted weirdo like him.
So I guess Bird, because Bird either came down.
Oh, I posted a link in Discord from Ripper vs. Couples.
Oh yeah, I see that actually. That just came. He's Puerto Rican or half Puerto Rican. Romeo has a question for you. He's asking, I guess. I think you're half Puerto Rican, right?
Yes.
Half Puerto Rican, yeah. So Bird came down to the parking lot or came down here with him?
I don't know.
Where Eric July's warehouse is with a whole lot of bunny stickers. Sometimes
Mitch has the bunny stickers.
45 hours from now.
Oh, that's right. Digi's gay and a lolicon and Bird's the boyfriend.
Hmm.
She's gonna
Right. Something that has clearly been a bit the entire time. Eric July is such a fucking pussy. I can't believe that he fell for this. It's just, oh my god, dude.
Fell for what?
How would you claim to be an ANCAP libertarian and then do everything you've done? Why
No,
would you
for-
claim?
Fell for
why-
what? Exactly. First of all, pause it real quick.
Multiple.
Mm-hmm.
I've said this plenty of times before. It's very interesting how Riley likes to call Eric July a pussy, yet he showed up to a warehouse at night when no one was there, and then called Eric July a pussy while he showed up to a warehouse while he wasn't even there. That's the biggest pussy shit you can fucking do. Like, what the fuck? Does nobody notice the irony of that? How do you sit there and call the owner a pussy? You call Eric July a pussy. Meanwhile, you showed up to his place of business at night when he wasn't.
That was
And I've always said that from the beginning. That doesn't make any sense.
oh god. And that's Bird. Is that Bird or Digi? Oh god.
They both sound fucking retarded. And again, they're doing the same thing that Riley did. Calling someone a pussy when they're in a car nowhere near the man at night.
Oh, I love the more clip that I didn't have, and I still have that stream where he said he's going to go to Eric's house.
Yeah, because Eric definitely has never expressed the fact that he has 2A as a thing. On his Twitter account, by the way.
Oh, apparently, I have to say this user, Student of God, had this. So it looks like the Rippa meetup versus the CG meetup.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That was hilarious.
They're over a couch.
Yeah, I saw that. Don't worry. I saw it.
And there's a room full of people.
Mm-hmm. I saw it. Saw it earlier today.
Oh, so Chris Bacon's going to sue Student of God.
Yeah, I saw that too.
God.
I saw that too.
I mean, look, the funny.
So with Chris Bacon showing the New York Penal Law 240.26.
Mm-hmm.
So you type that into Google and it literally says harassment.
Well, judging from penal code, I would. Yeah.
And then it says option 1, he or she strikes, shoves, kicks, or otherwise subjects such other person to physical contact or attempts or threatens to do the same. Option 2, he or she follows a person in or about a public place or places. Option 3, he or she engages in a course of conduct or repeatedly commits acts which alarm or seriously annoy such other person and which serve no legitimate purpose. What is this guy talking about? Like, these guys bear in mind, these guys literally don't understand the Texas law and the use of deadly force, which is something I've talked about a lot. And they took their advice from a lawyer who apparently doesn't practice in Minnesota. And they're supposed to think that they know New York law when they don't even understand the Texas law and the use of deadly force against trespassing on private property. But okay, sure. And they literally sit there and say that Eric said he was going to quote unquote air out Riley when that's never what he said. What Eric said was that if he, trespassed or came to the warehouse during the day, was asked to leave and didn't leave, they literally have the right to, remove him from the premises. But of course, they'll spin it as something different when it's not.
Oh, he also went across from the warehouse during the daytime because he stayed in Plano.
But it's good to know that Chris Bacon's expertise of percentages that he doesn't know shit about can sit here and tell you, oh yeah, Texas 42.06 is the same as or similar to the penal law of New York. What a fucking idiot. It's like, Jesus Christ, man. This guy's dumb.
Oh, yeah. I mean, half these people are crazy because it's like, apparently, as much as I would prefer to be talking about normal things, these people are crazy. I just talked about it because apparently we coordinate and we do things. But remember, we have to have a meetup group, and I give marching orders. Yellow Flash posted the line from Kindergarten Cop under.
I know, I did the same. Stray Beans is a fucking retard. Because again, he's from the dumbass community known as drunken peasants, and they're a bunch of fucking retards too. Like again, and then I'm gonna say this. This is from the community who the main guy Ben was too pussy to play Hogwarts Legacy because he was afraid his audience would cause backlash towards him for playing it. Fucking pussy. Fuck out of here, dude. Too many of these fucking big fucking fat motherfuckers are always such beta males. So fucking soy fueled. Then you got Chris Bacon over here trying to talk about 3D assets again.
Oh no.
It's like, bro. It's just like Ripperverse Wiki says, get a life.
You need to post this to Tony and see what he thinks about that.
Oh boy.
Apparently, the Riptards on The Visitor, Ripoff Verse, had the
who has me blocked because he's a bitch too. He has me blocked on his latest parody account. That's not suspended because he's retarded. I find it really interesting. They're like, oh, how is he going to survive without Eric July and Ripperverse? It's like, how will any of your channels actually survive without it? Literally, your whole channel is based on it, dedicated to it. Meanwhile, I can put out a video about Vera Dark punking Alyssa Mercanti, and it does 208 views in under 3 hours. Are you retarded? Like, these guys not understand? Like, I can do other shit. I have the audience for it. Fucking idiots.
So someone found a video, I guess it's of a Asian community, right? I guess it comes from there. That they have just a kid that throws stuff at a LCD TV. Oh, that kid would be... And it's not the parents' fault either. It's like, God. Throw stuff and hit a television screen? Jesus Christ. The price televisions are. Yeah, I'm just going through my Twitter because I was like taking like half it off because I'm just like, see, someone tell me where I'm wrong. These people are crazy, right? Vito's whole thing. Oh, someone played my video on.
It has nothing to do with anything. You're an unsightly, smelly bum troll under a bridge, trying to film.
Oh, someone did a supercut. Casino did it. but I did a shorter cut of it.
Mm.
I'm sure. Do I really care if they stole where my clip was? Not really. No, so I don't know. There is no solution to these people. Not really. Though, the whole thing that's sad about the Mint situation is, did you know Mint, like all the guys were like on, what was it, on Tony's was like, yeah, we were scared for Mint. Did you see like Dick send out the APB to people need to protect her?
I talked about that. I talked about that in the not the video I put today. The last video before that, I talked about that, where he was trying to send like, what was it, Alex Stein, Leela Hart, and X-Ray Girl. Anyway, I gotta dip up out of here. I'm sorry. I'm go to sleep.
Probably gonna get off as well. There's a point of we should plan something because I'm gonna have to get into the whole discussion on the acolyte. That shit's a mess. But
I still kind of wanna post this meme and tag Tony.
You should.
I'm sure it'll get around. It's Student of God, and after all, I'm sure it'll get around.
Yes, remember, folks, through forced scissoring is how babies are made in the High Republic. But we'll definitely get you. Have anything you want to plug before you get out of here?
Oh, look, Eric just put out a statement. I think it's going to be referring to the warrant, I'm assuming.
He did a smiley, winky face. He did a smiley, winky face.
I see it, yeah. I just hit like on it.
You know it will get around now. You know it's going to get around.
Yeah, that's why I put it there. I planted that perfectly. That was the point.
No. I'm sure I'll get the blame. Oh, but anyways, I guess we do have to get something like maybe on a better day, not so depressing, right?
Mm-hmm. All right, man. You take it easy.
Yes, you take care.
Have a good one.
So, yeah, so I'll probably just call it there. I had to get that off my chest because this is horrible. People think we make this up, by the way. We don't make this up. These people are crazy. I want to go, and I will probably have to go too, because I was actually trying to clean up gear before doing Skyline Valley, which that did irritate me. We weren't supposed to have the season end until the 28th, but I guess you have to do the new season right around. They don't tell us when the season ends, so. Sucks because I didn't get all the other rewards, so. But I'm off to do that. I'll be chilling. So they also moved Minerva back like another week, by the way. Yeah, thank you, Bethesda. So, I will catch people later. I will have to get more enjoyment out of this. But it is horrible, by the way. It's not like I don't keep receipts. But I'll go back over there, and I need to finish my dailies over there. Anyways, Romeo, you need to talk or so. Catch me on YouTube later or Discord. Yeah.